Python basics. Under Python basics, we see the basic syntax of Python. We learn about tokens in Python. We also discuss some basic built-in functions like print and input. Comments. See, the characters after the hash sign till the end of the line are part of the comment in Python. And comments are ignored by the Python interpreter. So, hash sign is starting of Python comment. Please note, Python does not have multi-line comment syntax. So, if you want to have multi-line comment syntax, each line should be preceded by hash sign. So, this is a multi-line comment using multiple single line comments. So, as I told you, comments are ignored by Python interpreter. See, comments are explanatory notes added to the code. Adding comments to the code improve the code readability, and comments self-document the code. Comments provide context, explanation, and additional information to the future developers. Now let us talk about DocStrings. See, DocString means documentation string. See, DocStrings are used to document functions, classes, and modules in a structured way. So, they provide the documentation for functions, classes, and modules. So, we use triple single quotes, that is, we start with triple single quote and end with triple single quote, or we use triple double quotes, that is, start with triple double quote and end with triple double quote to define DocStrings. And we place this DocStrings as first statement inside the function, class, or module. Let us see how to use this DocStrings in a function. So here we are creating a function. Don't worry about the syntax of the function. Only concentrate on the DocString. So this is your DocString. So it starts with a triple double quote, end with a triple double quote. So this is your documentation string. And you can access this documentation string using help function or this underscore underscore doc underscore underscore attribute. Let us see how. So first let me comment this help name of the function. See what happens. So you see it is available in main module because you are running directly. So module will be main, and this is the syntax of the function, and this is the documentation string. So whatever you return in between the triple double quotes is directly printed. See, if you want, you can also use that underscore underscore doc underscore underscore attribute. Let me comment this and use this one. Print name of the function dot the attribute. So this will give you only the documentation string, my dear friends. So help will give you the module in which that particular function lies, and it also give you the syntax of the function. So using help is much better. So you can also use this help function with any other built-in function or any user-defined functions. So we use print function many times. Let us use that. Let us know the syntax, module in which print function lies, and documentation string of the print function. See, documentation string means what, sir? We want to know about that syntax of the print function, the explanatory text. So here it is available in built-ins module. This is the syntax of print function. We'll explore little later. And this is the documentation string. Clear? So this is about documentation string, my dear friends. Python statements. Instructions that a Python interpreter can execute are called Python statements. So in Python, we are having sequential statements. We also have control statements like selection and repetition statements. We discuss about control statements later on. Let us talk about this sequential statement. Now the single line statement. Let us take a simple print function which find product of two numbers. And please note, Python statement does not end with a semicolon. So if you run this, you can get the output. See, even if you use semicolon, there is nothing wrong. Still, you get the output. but the usage of semicolon is discouraged in Python. Actually, this semicolon is used for a different purpose. We'll see little later. Now let us talk about multi-line statement. Suppose your statement is very lengthy. You need to extend it over multiple lines. Then there are two ways of doing it. The first way is using parentheses. You can use regular parentheses, square brackets or braces. The second way is using line continuation character, which is backslash character. So let us use this line continuation character to extend a statement over multiple lines. So let us find sum of first few numbers using this line continuation character. You get the output. Okay, you can extend it over any number of lines, my dear friends. We can also use parentheses instead of line continuation character. So instead of this line continuation character, if you use the parentheses, that is the statement within the parentheses, still give you the answer. Of course, you can use the parentheses. You can also use the square brackets. But if you use square brackets, the output will be within the square brackets. You can also use the braces or curly braces. The output will be within the curly braces. Okay. So we can have single statement or a statement which can be extended over multiple lines, either using line continuation character or parentheses. The next one is multiple statements in a single line using semicolon. Suppose if you are having multiple statements, we can write within a single line. They just need to be separated by semicolon. Okay, we can have multiple, any number of statements you can write, my dear friends. Okay, you will get the output. But please note, in Python, the usage of semicolon and line continuation character are discouraged. Now let us talk about Python indentation. See, in many languages like C, C++, and Java, code blocks are defined using braces. Let it be code block of a loop or a function, they are defined using braces. In Python, we use indentation instead of curly braces for code blocks. So let us try to understand with a simple example. So here we are having a if-else statement. So here x is 10. If x percentile 2 is equal to 0, that is when you divide x with 2, if the remainder is equal to 0, we enter the if block. See here, by indentation, we understand it is if block. See, even if you are having multiple statements, we don't need to use block, my dear friends. Even if you are having multiple statement, we don't need to use curly braces. By indentation, we understand this is if block and this is else block. So in Python, a code block start with indentation and end with first unindented line. And please note, this indentation must be consistent in a code block. So you cannot have one statement with 4 spaces and second statement with say 1, 2, 3, 3 spaces. So this code blocks must be consistent. Okay. And generally we use 4 white spaces for indentation. You can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 white spaces are used for indentation. And white spaces, 4 white spaces are preferred over the tabs, my dear friends. Now this indentation can be ignored in line continuation. Suppose if you use this line continuation, here even if you are having this indentation difference, there is no problem. Okay, so it is ignored in line continuation. Please note this. So this is about indentation in Python.